Hi, I'm Jason Wapiennik with the Great Lakes Customs Law, and in this video we're going to be talking about what's the difference between liquidated damages and a penalty. Liquidated damages and penalties are both actions from U.S. Customs and Border Protection that require somebody to pay money. Okay, so they are similar in many ways, but slightly different in their origin. A penalty is something that an importer or a person gets from U.S. Customs and Border Protection for violating a particular law. Liquidated damages come on the same form as the penalty form, so they look like a penalty, but they are for breach or violation of the conditions of a bond that an importer or person has with a surety. The surety is the person who is obligated to pay money to the government if the importer or person who has the bond fails to make that payment to the government themselves. So it looks like this. Liquidated damages would arise in a situation where maybe import documents are filed late. Okay? As a condition of the bond, import documents have to be filed within a certain time frame. If you fail to file them within the certain time frame, the bond violation has occurred, and the government sends notice to the bonding company and to the person who breached the bond saying, you violated the bond, you owe us liquidated damages. And if those, the liquidated damages being money, and if that money is not paid or a petition is not filed challenging whether or not or the amount of the liquidated damages, then U.S. Customs is going to look at the surety. That's the company that issues the bond in order to be paid by the surety. And then in turn, the surety is going to look back at the importer or the person who is obliged on the bond to pay for them, to get reimbursement to the surety. So that's going to look, in this situation, it's going to look like this. You failed to file an entry. Customs says you breached the bond. You didn't file the entry on time. You owe us $1,000. If the importer doesn't pay, then the surety is obligated to pay the government. So the surety pays Customs $1,000. Now the surety is out $1,000. Now the surety is going to go back and look to the importer and say, hey, we paid this $1,000 to U.S. Customs on your behalf. Now you have to pay us $1,000. It's complicated, I know, but that's liquidated damages. And a penalty is the government saying, you violated the law, you owe us $1,000 because you violated the law. The government has no one else to look to but the person who violated the law. They don't look to there's no bonding company to look to. There's nothing else they can do but hold the person who violated the law responsible for paying the money. And if they don't pay the money, then they have to chase that person who paid the money. That's probably a topic for another video. But that's the difference between penalties and liquidated damages. They both require payment of some amount of money to the government, but liquidated damages involve a bonding company called a surety. Penalties do not. When you receive a penalty notice or a liquidated damage notice, like I said, it comes on the same form. There's going to be a checkbox next to one that either says this is penalties or this is liquidated damages. So it's going to look like the same thing. And on both cases, penalty or liquidated damages, you're going to have the same right to file a petition, usually within 60 days of the date of the notice itself. So look at the notice of penalty, look at the notice of liquidated damages, check out what date it is, see if you still have time to file a petition. Hopefully you do. And get in touch with me here at Great Lakes Customs Law, If I can be of help to you, my name is Jason Wapiennik. You can find me and contact me through my website, GreatLakesCustomsLaw.com, or call me at 734-855-4999. Thank you.